Okay, this is how you add um, a student who comes to you from with an ODS, Office of Disability Services letter, who needs extra time. Um, there's different ways that you can do it, but the easiest way is to create a team for that person and then give that team give them settings for all of the assessments that are different than everybody else's. This is the simplest way to do it because um, you can set the basic interaction times, but it will change it for everybody, and you don't want to do that. So instead of creating a mess in not being able to manage the time correctly for the whole class, you just create a team and you can put students in there who need extra time, and that way they have their own settings and they apply for all the assessments. And you can put multiple people in there. So this works for different things. If you go into your Angel section and you click Manage, under the Course Management heading, there's Teams. So you click Teams. And you want to, well, this one already has Unit 1 late, which is fine. That is the other reason I was going to mention that you can use Teams is if you have people who add your class late. Some people are they're extending the deadlines for the first and second lesson quizzes until after the add drop period. That way any student who adds the class will have access to be able to take the quiz, and you don't have to worry about setting the timings or reopening the quizzes or whatever. The other way you can do it is you create a team for students who add the class late, and then you put them in the team, and then the team then would have additional time for the assessment. So both of those uses are the exact same thing that I'm going to show you now. So I'm in Matt Swain's class because he needs to add a student for the disability services purpose. So I'm going to add a team, and this is under team. Don't call it disability services or anything like that because everybody can see the names of the team. So I don't know what you want to call it. I would call it something generic that's not going to raise any hackles, but let's see. Let's call it Team 2. And that way you'll know what Team 2 means, but nobody else needs to know what Team 2 means. So in this case, you would just check off the name of the person who needs to be on that team. In this case, I'm going to put myself in there because I don't know which student it is. Add selected, and it has the little people icon next to it, so you can tell I'm in that team, and nobody else has that little people icon, so nobody else is in this team now. So I click done. Okay, so now we have Team 2. Alright, now what you need to do is you go back into your lessons and you go into Lesson 1 quiz. You can just click on the settings for this. Okay. Now, for this part of it, I always tell you to go into the Interaction tab and set the interaction dates because that opens and closes when the students are able to actually take the quiz. In this case, you're going to go into the Access tab. And what you want to do is come down to this middle section where you see the team lists and they're all listed. You click on Team 2 because that's the one that we are concerned about. And click on Start Date, End Date, and Advanced, and it opens up a bunch of options here. So now what you have on this side are the same things that you have on the tabs in the other section. So these up here, these are the access dates, and you don't need to set those. The delivery start and end dates, these are the interaction dates, so these you do need to set. So let's just have it start here, and I'm going to just have this stop on September 4th because I don't know when, and you can set the times to match the times that you have for all the rest of your students. The display mode, you can change this if you need to for some reason, but I always set them to a single question at a time for the lesson quizzes, or a question set at a time for the AP quizzes. And that's because the AP quizzes have a multiple choice section set and a rewrite the sentence question set. So this is for lesson quiz 1, so we'll just do a single question at a time. They only get 1 attempt, and here's where you change the time. So if you're normally your students have 10 minutes and a person has a letter from ODS that says they get an extra 50% time, then they would get 15 minutes for this quiz. So in the case of the first quiz, I think I can't remember how many minutes, so I'm just gonna make something up. So let's just put 15 minutes, because if everybody else in the class gets 10 minutes and this student gets 15 minutes, check automatically submit when time expires. You can give them a time warning, that's always helpful. You can check the do not show save button if you want to. I just leave it unchecked, and then you click save and close. So now when you go back to your normal settings page, you can see that Team 2 has got an asterisk beside it. So Team 2's settings are now active. Unit 1 late, this team does not have an asterisk, so there are no active settings for this team. So that's all you have to do. So you just do that and go into each quiz and activate the settings for Team 2, and I'm going to do it one more time just to show you. So you're on the Access tab, you go to the team list. Remember, first you will have created your new team in Manage. So after you've created your new team, then you go into the quiz itself and into the settings, make sure the Advanced button is toggled, go into the Access tab, and here in this team list you'll see the team that you just created. So you want to click on it, then you click on Start, End, and Advanced Settings, and it will open up all of these settings for you. Do not set these, because this is the same as the Access settings, and you don't want the quiz to appear and disappear in the list. You want it to stay visible. These are the settings where you have where they can start taking it and stop taking the quiz. These are the ones that matter. They're the interaction settings. Single question is for lesson quizzes. Question set at a time is for the AP quizzes. They get 1 attempt. They have time and a half usually is the rule of thumb, so 18 minutes plus another 9 minutes for the AP quizzes and the lesson quizzes. Check the box for automatically submit when time limit expires, give them a warning. If you wanted to write a note to those students, you can write them a note here and it'll show up for them. Nobody else will be able to see it, only the people on this team will be able to see it. And then you click save. That's it. So once you get back to this screen, all you do is click save at the bottom, and the everything is set now for lesson 1 for your students with disability needs, as well as all of your other students. So that's it. It's very simple. Give me a call if you have any questions, or don't call me, actually email me is better. And I'm happy to walk you through it any more if things didn't make sense, or if you don't see the same things on your screen that I just showed you, let me know about that too. That's it.